Mike D, Killswitch Engage, bass player and graphic designer. Myself and Adam D started the band. We got together in a room, drum and bass, and sometimes when you have that musical synergy, you know it right away, and it was one of those things where I wouldn't even have to talk. He knew exactly what beat I needed to go to. It was just one of those feelings you get when you know you're in kinship with somebody else in the music scene, and it was like perfect. When I was growing up, I just listened to a lot of New York hardcore, Cro-Mags, Leeway, Agnostic Front, Madball. I loved Bad Brains, stuff like that. Stuff that bordered on the edge of hardcore and metal. Stuff that, you know, to layperson they would think was metal, but to the in crowd, that's hardcore. That's hardcore. So naturally, I started a lot of bands that were kind of blurring that border of hardcore and metal, and always wanted to keep the monarchy of a hardcore band. Even though it was more metal than most hardcore bands would ever go, I liked the underground close-knitness, the non-conformist, conformist way of thinking, I suppose, of being in a hardcore band. Maybe it's a little more stuck up to be in a hardcore band. So Adam and I used to be in many bands that played 10, 12-minute songs, lots of crazy riffs, tons of stuff. When we started this band, we wanted to strip everything down and actually just be in a metal band, finally just commit to being in a metal band rather than a hardcore band. All my inspiration comes from old school hardcore. When I want to write a riff, I'll throw on Bad Brains or I'll throw on Agnostic Front and try to copy as closely as I can. I love that stuff so much, and it's got such an edge that I don't think a lot of bands have anymore these days. So that's what I gravitate towards. When I write, specifically, I write in GarageBand, and we all take demos to practice, and we listen to them, and then we talk about which ones that we like, and then we move them onto a Pro Tools rig where all band members can kind of come in and add their own personal touch to the song. Everyone's really good friends, and we can talk everything out. So if someone doesn't like something, screw it. We'll just throw it in the trash or use it for later. No harm done. Yeah, I've been a graphic designer since high school. I went to a technical high school where it was a week of shop and a week of classes. My week of shop was printing presses, so it was graphic arts. So I got the whole background of graphic arts and pre-press and paste up and all that fun stuff. And then I went to 4 years of college and started a design company around 1992. I got into graphic design because all my friends were in bands, and they always needed album covers, they needed stickers, and I could get the stuff on the press without the teacher seeing it really fast. Like I said, I've been a graphic designer for a long time. I cannot design tattoos at all. I don't want, nothing I've made I ever want to put on my body. I have really good friends that are really good tattoo artists, and I trust them, and I give them an idea, and then they just go for it, and that's how I get tattoos. I really haven't come up with anything I like good enough to put on my body yet. I've done all the Killswitch albums, a lot of the touring t-shirts, a lot of the stuff you see for Killswitch Engage. I worked for a lot of Massachusetts bands, Shadows Fall, All That Remains, Unearth, New England Metal Fest. Recently did a cover for Crowbar, one of my favorite bands of all time. Worked for Hatebreed. A lot of cool bands in my time. I guess I have a lot of anger inside. I'm a very angry person, I suppose. A lot of the artwork I have has to deal with erosion and degradation and nasty skulls and all sorts of violent horror type themes, I suppose. I don't know why. I love horror movies. I don't know. I'm actually a pretty nice person, I think. Withdrawn, I suppose, but maybe that's my angle. Maybe that's how I get it out of my system, is putting this stuff down on paper. Some of my favorite places are the vegetarian joints. UK has some of the best vegetarian food I've had in a long time. You guys really know how to do it right. And as far as the rest of Europe goes, you guys blow them away. So my favorite spots in the UK are vegetarian places. Being on stage is one of the greatest drugs of all time. We just had 2 years off, and in that 2 years, I had this pent-up aggression, this, I don't know, yearning to get back on stage and just to get out there and play. It's just the greatest feeling in the world. And one of the coolest things that you can have being in a band is to walk off stage and have people actually clap and want more. That blows my mind. Coming from bands that played VFW halls to 20 people, stuff like this is just amazing to me. That I can actually do this for a living. We have some of the raddest fans in the world that put up a lot of shit. So thank you very much.